Welcome to the 139th edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic. Again, I am Tiger Hype.
And I'm Peanut Gallery.
So let's get right into it. Let's get right into the drama because Collision, just in general Collision, the shit's in the mud. I have no idea why the cult of AEW are thinking that CM Punk leaving is good in any way, shape, or form. They are over-bloated. And to what I heard is that the reason that the television deal has not happened yet with Warner Brothers Discovery is because Tony Khan wants to add Ring of Honor to the lineup. But Warner Brothers Discovery does not.
They're not interested.
Because they're not a bunch of morons. So that's why this is being delayed, because this guy cannot get a grip and realize what's going on, that this brand is dead in the water and he's perpetuating failure.
Yes.
So, Collision, with everything happening and no competition with it whatsoever, the number was still poor. The lowest ratings for Collision last week.
Wow.
It's on a Saturday, and there was no competition because you're like, oh, well, Elimination Chamber. Yeah, that happened that morning.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse of competition. There's none. There's absolutely none.
Like, people had to go out of their way to watch it.
If they wanted to watch it live.
Right.
You would have to watch the replay where you knew all the results. Right. So them continuously complaining about, competition with Collision, this is not against anything, and yet it still failed.
Yep.
They got to get rid of this shit. And if they really wanted to put Ring of Honor on television somewhere, I don't know fucking why, but sure, put it where Collision is now.
Right.
Get rid of this. Get rid of Rampage. You're going to help out a lot of your shit. Can we all just agree that Bushiroad, in general, is ruining New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom?
They have no idea what they're doing.
Zero. Bushiroad's owned them for a while now. So at first it was fine.
Yeah.
And it was a hot property. But I have no clue what's going on all of a sudden, where Stardom now is fractured. You're going to have a lot of your big stars piss off to Ogawa's new place, including Julia, who before even going to WWE, which is her destination, she wants to start Ogawa's wrestling promotion.
Right.
She wants to get it off the ground. That is where this is now.
Right.
And it's only going to get worse until the new place comes up.
Right.
And so Bushiroad, in a desperate act, is trying to get these major American wrestlers winning titles.
Yes.
And is it working? Like, the problem is that we have no numbers to number base on if this is going to work or not.
Right. We have absolutely no idea.
So, but it's like the quality that Bushiroad has given us so far has been absolutely shit over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to get any better with this direction. And if New Japan and Stardom close down, that's a big blow to Japanese wrestling as a whole. Now, they have Pro Wrestling Noah, DDT.
But no one, but there's no wrestling promotion that has quite the international reach that New Japan does.
Exactly. So if New Japan and even Stardom shut down, guess what's going to happen? That's a big blow for them. So it's so disappointing to see, because New Japan was one of my favorites.
Yeah. And
across all of them. So this is kind of it. There wasn't really a whole lot happening. Actually, a lot of what Peanut Gallery is going to be talking about, like with Billy Jack Haynes.
Yeah.
With Ashley.
There's a lot of news.
With Ashley Massaro. I'm not sure if you actually had a story about that. I might just talk about it now. There was a update regarding Ashley Massaro.
I think that just happened today,
right? It did happen just
so
today.
I don't have a news story on that, but we should talk about it.
Yeah, well, I read about it before we got onto the show because I wanted some last-minute drama, and somebody filed a Freedom of Information Act about Ashley Massaro's case.
Yes.
That happened in 2007 with the military person. Essentially, there was no evidence of this whatsoever. There were no witnesses to the event whatsoever. What the fuck are they supposed to do? They had to close the case because of the lack of evidence or eyewitnesses.
Right.
What do you want them to do? Do you just want them to whole cloth believe Ashley? I'm sorry. If that happened to her, that fucking sucks.
Right.
But guess what? We don't do judicial on feelings and fluffy ducks. There has to be these things called evidence, because then anybody can accuse anybody of fucking rape, and there would be a whole lot of people in the court system.
Right.
So what do you want to do here now?
Right.
Brush it. It's done. It's over. So stop bringing it up. I'm sure the daughter wants to fucking move on. I'm sure everybody who has a fucking brain wants to fucking move on from this. Stop bringing it up.
Right.
I'm getting tired of it.
Yep.
So that's really my segment. Not, like I said, not a whole lot this week.
Well, we got a whole lot of other things going on this week, but we'll be right back with that.
Exactly.